Get ready for the biggest football drama. Real Madrid just delivered a stunning UEFA Champions League victory, leaving Manchester City in a precarious position. Can Pep Guardiola's squad pull off a miracle in the return leg? Meanwhile, Manchester United is reportedly tracking Bayern Munich's explosive left-back, Alphonso Davies, as they seek an elite solution for their defense. Could a blockbuster summer move be on the horizon for the Canadian speedster? And speaking of Bayern Munich, they face a massive Bundesliga test against a formidable Bayer Leverkusen side. This comes after a dominant Champions League win, but amidst concerning injury news for key players like Harry Kane and Alphonso Davies himself. Can Manchester City overcome a 3-goal deficit against Real Madrid? Will Alphonso Davies make a move to Manchester United? And how will Bayern Munich fare against Leverkusen with injuries mounting? We're breaking it all down right now. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Real Madrid pulls off a stunning Champions League first-leg victory over Manchester City, leaving the tie wide open. In a dramatic turn of events, Real Madrid has seized a commanding 3-0 lead against Manchester City in their UEFA Champions League clash, thanks to a breathtaking hat-trick from Federico Valverde. The midfielder was the undisputed star at the Santiago Bernabeu, netting goals in the 20th, 27th, and 42nd minutes to put the Spanish giants firmly in control. This performance has put Manchester City in a seemingly impossible position for the return leg at the Etihad Stadium. Overturning a 3-goal deficit against a club with Real Madrid's storied history in this competition is one of the toughest challenges in football. Pep Guardiola's side, despite boasting immense attacking talent like Erling Haaland and Phil Foden, now faces an uphill battle. Real Madrid's pedigree in the Champions League knockout stages is well documented. They have a remarkable ability to manage ties and capitalize on crucial moments, making any comeback for Manchester City even more daunting. The Spanish club's experience, from the brilliance of Vinicius Jr. to the steady hands of Thibaut Courtois, often proves decisive. The football world is buzzing with the question: can Manchester City conjure a miracle at home, or has Federico Valverde's unforgettable performance already paved the way for Real Madrid to potentially face Bayern Munich in a blockbuster semi-final showdown? This Champions League drama is just the beginning of our football deep dive. Up next, we're tracking a potential Premier League signing that could shake up the league: Manchester United's pursuit of Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies. Manchester United is reportedly targeting Bayern Munich's dynamic left-back, Alphonso Davies, aiming to solve their defensive woes. With their left-back position plagued by inconsistency and injuries this season, Manchester United has identified Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies as a prime target for a major summer transfer. Sources indicate that Old Trafford's hierarchy has made strengthening this area a top priority, and the Canadian international has emerged as a headline name. Despite Davies recently suffering a torn thigh muscle, United scouts have been diligently monitoring the 25-year-old's progress. The Red Devils are reportedly prepared to invest significant funds to bring one of the world's most electrifying fullbacks to the Premier League. Davies, who has been with Bayern since 2019, is under contract until 2030, meaning any transfer would command a substantial fee, with German sources suggesting Bayern would demand upwards of £70 million. Since his £10 million move from Vancouver Whitecaps, Davies has developed into a crucial attacking weapon for Bayern. He has made 238 appearances across all competitions, contributing 14 goals and numerous assists from the left flank. Playing under former Manchester City captain Vincent Kompany, Davies has been instrumental in Bayern's continued dominance in the Bundesliga. While Davies has faced injury setbacks, including a previous ACL tear and a recent hamstring strain, his proven quality and experience are undeniable. He possesses a wealth of big-stage experience, having won multiple Bundesliga titles and the Champions League with Bayern. He is also a pivotal figure for Canada, with 58 caps and an upcoming World Cup appearance. With Manchester United's urgent need for defensive reinforcement and Davies fitting the profile perfectly, this summer could see an intense transfer battle unfold. Could Alphonso Davies be gracing the Premier League soon? We'll keep you updated on that potential blockbuster move. But first, we're heading back to Germany for a massive Bundesliga clash. Bayern Munich faces a stern test against Bayer Leverkusen amidst injury concerns. Bayern Munich faces a daunting Bundesliga challenge against Bayer Leverkusen, battling injuries to key stars like Harry Kane and Alphonso Davies. Following their commanding 6-1 Champions League victory over Atalanta, Bayern Munich now turns its attention to a critical Bundesliga encounter against Bayer Leverkusen. This away fixture is notoriously tricky for Bayern, who haven't secured a league win at Leverkusen since October 2021, though they did manage a Champions League playoff victory last year. Bayern's dominant performance against Atalanta was somewhat overshadowed by significant injury concerns. Goalkeeping veteran Manuel Neuer is sidelined with a recurring calf injury, and his replacement Jonas Erbig also sustained an injury, potentially forcing third-choice Sven Ulreich into action. Striker Harry Kane, who had missed 2 games with a calf issue, is expected to return, but the absence of Alphonso Davies due to a pulled hamstring and Jamal Musiala's ongoing ankle pain add further complications. Leverkusen, meanwhile, comes into this match buoyed by a 1-1 draw against Premier League leaders Arsenal in their Champions League tie, keeping their hopes alive. Despite Bayern's 11-point lead in the Bundesliga, with 9 games remaining, the clash at Leverkusen represents one of the few remaining difficult away tests for the Bavarian Giants. Other key Bundesliga matchups include Hoffenheim's strong run under their current form, potentially securing their best finish since 2017-18, while Wolfsburg languishes in the relegation zone. A tight Champions League qualification battle is also brewing between 4th-place Stuttgart and 5th-place Leipzig. Fans are also keeping an eye on players like Deniz Undav, whose impressive scoring streak could earn him a spot in the Germany squad, and Nico Schlotterbeck, a highly rated defender whose contract situation at Borussia Dortmund is generating transfer speculation. Injuries and tough fixtures add spice to the Bundesliga race, but we're not done with the Champions League drama yet. Get ready for the ultimate comeback question. Can Manchester City overcome Real Madrid's commanding lead in their quarter-final showdown? Can Manchester City overcome a significant deficit against Real Madrid in the Champions League? Or are Los Blancos destined for a showdown with Bayern Munich? The UEFA Champions League continues to deliver edge-of-your-seat action, and the narrative surrounding the quarter-final clash between Manchester City and Real Madrid has been dramatically reshaped. Following Real Madrid's resounding 3-0 victory in the first leg, the burning question is whether Manchester City can mount a historic comeback, or if Real Madrid's path to a potential blockbuster meeting with Bayern Munich is already sealed. The undisputed star of the first leg was Federico Valverde. The Uruguayan midfielder delivered a masterclass at the Santiago Bernabeu, scoring a stunning first-half hat-trick in the 20th, 27th, and 42nd minutes. This incredible performance handed Real Madrid a commanding 3-goal cushion heading into the second leg, leaving Manchester City with an enormous task. For Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, overcoming a 3-goal deficit against Real Madrid in the Champions League is one of the most formidable challenges in modern football. Despite possessing world-class attacking talent, including Erling Haaland and Phil Foden, the odds are heavily stacked against them. Real Madrid's legendary status in the Champions League adds another layer of difficulty. The Spanish Giants have a proven track record of navigating knockout ties with remarkable composure and capitalizing on decisive moments, whether through individual brilliance or collective defensive solidity. Their history in this competition suggests they rarely relinquish a strong advantage. However, Manchester City's best hope lies in the return leg at the Etihad Stadium. If they can secure an early goal and build momentum, the pressure could swiftly shift. The history books are filled with improbable comebacks, and Manchester City certainly has the quality to make Real Madrid uncomfortable if they start with intensity. Meanwhile, Bayern Munich is steadily progressing on their side of the bracket. If both Bayern and Real Madrid advance, football fans could be treated to another epic European heavyweight encounter between these two titans, a rivalry that has produced some of the competition's most unforgettable matches. That epic Champions League battle is heating up, but we've got more football news to cover. Stay tuned as we reveal which transfer rumor has Manchester United making serious moves. And that's a wrap on today's football frenzy. Real Madrid took a commanding lead over Manchester City in the Champions League. Manchester United is reportedly eyeing a massive swoop for Bayern's Alphonso Davies, and Bayern Munich is facing a tough test against Leverkusen amidst key injuries. Don't miss any of the action like this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for even more exclusive updates.